Well, welcome to basketball, Noblesville basketball style. Today I have Coach Donna Buckley with me today, and we're going to talk a little bit about Noblesville basketball. And I know you have a lot of answers since this is day 2 of practice, but I wanted to get all the coaches around the county checked out and everything on what's going on in Hamilton County girls basketball, because it's here, Coach.
It is. It's unbelievably here.
Well, it's going to be a little bit different look. I have a feeling for the Lady Millers this year. Gone is Conway, gone is Shipman, gone is O'Reilly and Shannon and Lexa and Caitlin. Average, scored over 1,000 points, and that's kind of unusual to have 2 players on the same team with 1,000 points.
Yeah, that's a lot of scoring that we'll have to replace, and like I said, we'll definitely, have big shoes to fill with all 4 of those kids. Like I said, Rachel, school record holder for threes, and Haley was just one of those glue kids. So, lots to replace, and we're excited for the challenge.
But I wouldn't basically say that it's. That you're rebuilding. I would more say that you're kind of reloading, because you have a lot of talent in this program from your middle schools all the way up to your seniors. So let's talk a little bit about this group we're going to have for 2016-2017.
Okay, yeah, we have a couple of seniors to build around. Brooke Heron's been around forever. She's one of those kids that, like I said, she's played since her freshman year, and she had a great summer for us. We expect big things from her. And then our other senior is Sam Salmon, and little Sammy is one of the best shooters, we think, in the area, and we hope that she'll challenge Rachel for that school record. She had 11 threes in one of our games this summer, so the kid can flat out shoot it. And then we've got a bunch of good kids to go with those seniors, so we're excited. Like I said, we will feature Emily Kaiser, who's kind of been that kid that has, not had to step up, but now we need her to, and she had a great summer for us. She was awesome this summer, really scoring and rebounding well for us. And Olivia Morales is also in that junior class, and she's a kid that I think people will be surprised by Olivia. She's just a kid that, like I said, played a lot of JV first couple years, and this year she's going to do some neat things for us. She works hard, and is that kid that just can do about anything for us, plays defense, rebounds, gets all kinds of baskets just off of hustle plays. So she's a lot of fun. And we have a lot of sophomores. We have Maddie Knight, who has really come a long way since last year. And again, I think the sophomore group is going to be really good. Mallory Johnson can score. She can shoot the 3. Really good off the dribble. We have Kaylin Mertens, who has improved a lot for us and had a nice summer as well. And then somebody that didn't get to play last year because of injury, Madison Witro, is coming back for us. So we're excited about the growth that she's had just in recovering from that injury and getting back to speed. And we're excited to get her going this year.
And the one great thing about that a lot of people don't realize in young people, that between that freshman and sophomore year, there's a lot of maturity factor there on their physical size and their maturity on the basketball floor. And looking at the girls out there today, for the short time I was here, you can tell that the all-season training and everything, and the blessing of people growing and filling out, that they're a good-looking group of players.
Yeah, they've come a long way. Coach Clark, our strength coach, does a great job with them, and these kids really have bought in and done a great job working in the weight room. Yeah, you can definitely. I was laughing. I looked at Twitter, I think it was yesterday, and one of them had tweeted a picture from their freshman year, and they looked like they were about 12 years old and 105 pounds, and we look like athletes now. Our kids look like they could go out and play and do some things. So it's exciting. A difference a year definitely between your freshman and sophomore year is a huge, and just the understanding. Like I said, you mentioned the mental side as well, and it's it's just different when you've got that year of experience under your belt and know what's coming at you.
Yeah, and the one thing about it, the sophomores you have really got a lot of playing experience last year. So, they got that little taste of competition on the varsity level. So that helps tremendously on doing those type of things. Also, just like you said, Brooke Heron and Sam Solomon, they've both been around a long time. Brooke is, like you said, been here forever, but she's a real bulldog on that basketball team, and she gives 110% every time she goes out there on the floor.
Yeah, that's definitely, our older kids really understand that, you have, in our league and versus who we play, you got to bring it every day to practice, you got to bring it every game, and if you don't, you're in big trouble. And like I said, Brooke and Sam set the tone every single day with their expectations and how they carry themselves. And that's something that's been the last few years. You go back to Becca Bergman and those kids in that class and how they carried themselves in practice. And it's just every single year, you see those older kids working hard. And like I said, when you're younger, you got to work hard or you're in trouble. And like I said, last year's group, Caitlin O'Reilly is one of the most athletic, unbelievably just physically gifted kids, and she never took a possession off in practice. And again, when you see those kids work that hard, it is easy to understand why the younger kids, are going to work hard too.
And absolutely, and like the one thing about it with Brooke, Brooke had an older sister, Kaylee, that played here, and then the great job that Berkman and O'Reilly and Shannon brought the work ethic to the floor. They had a good time along with it, but they also brought a lot of intensity, and Brooke has learned that since being around this group since she was a freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Brooke's got an older sister who was in that class with Bergman and all them. And Kaylee was just an incredible leader, one of the best leaders I ever had. One of those kids who, when she said something, everybody listened, and all that stuff. Like I said, when you're around that, you pick up all those things and are able to put that kind of, in who you are as well. And Brooke has really done that. And Sam's a different kind of leader, but she's got that same, like when Sam talks, you're going to listen. And like I said, it's awesome to have those two leaders with all these young kids.
Absolutely, and like you were saying with Morales and she's just a hard-working kid. She's put a lot of time in the gymnasium, and you can tell that, and she's very passionate about it. And then Emily Kaiser's the best is yet to come with her. The sky's the limit because of the size she has and everything, and the good feet and hands, and she's going to be a very interesting player to watch the next 2 years.
Yeah, she's obviously very gifted. Things you can't teach. When you're 6'3" and broad shoulders and athletic, and then you put talent with that, it makes her really special. And it's paid off for her. Goodness, she's got so many offers, and she's just, there's more to come. Like I said, she's got Big Ten, and pretty much every major conference has got a team or two or more that have made offers to her already. So we're excited. She's ready for the challenge. She this summer really stepped up and like I said, just took over, dominated. Kind of as a freshman, sophomore, she was okay with being that kid that did a lot of things for us, but didn't have to do a lot of things for us. And we need her this year, and she's really understanding that, and just a different kid. She's been unbelievably aggressive and just kind of realizing it's her time, and it's been fun to watch.
And you have to admit, she's the younger sister of John and Jessica Kaiser, who I'm sure that with that group and playing basketball in their driveway, kind of beat up on Emily a little bit. So she's used to being pushed around and being played against aggressively.
Oh, absolutely. That's a family that just competes. Like I said, they're competitive in everything they do. I'm sure their house, whether they're playing basketball or
anything
a board game, I'm sure it's competitive, and they're going to push each other, and you can see that in her.
Well, as normal, you and you've been quite known to do you're not afraid to bring freshmen up on the varsity level and give them the opportunity to play some varsity ball and spend some time with the JV. Can you mention a few of those kids that we may see this season playing varsity basketball?
Yeah, we have a lot of good freshmen that are working hard. Like I said, we hope to give several of them a look this year, just if nothing else, just to gain a little bit of experience so that down the road, they're ready to go when it's their turn. But Kaylin Ely is a really athletic freshman, one of the better athletes that we've had come through as a freshman. She just athletic as all get out, can lift. When you see her in the weight room, you would not have a clue that she is a freshman, and quick. And like I said, we're excited about her. We have Devin Ray, who is 6 foot and one of those kids that has a lot of potential. She's very raw, but definitely working hard and excited about her potential. Sarah Etchison, good shooter, one of those kids that's learning the speed of the game, and it's such a big jump from middle school to varsity. They're realizing that the speed that you have to play at defensively, what you have to do is very, very different. So they're catching on, but like I said, Sarah can shoot it and comes from just a basketball family. You hear Etchison and you know that she's been around it. Yeah, absolutely. And then another basketball family, a name that you might recognize, is Anna Kaiser. Anna's one of those kids that, like I said, she definitely has grown up around basketball. She's a little bit of a late bloomer. I think that she's a kid that sky's the limit for her. She, unlike Jess and for Emily, working with those two, you knew right away when they were coming in, they were ready to go. And Anna's one of those kids that had a growth spurt late, and she walked in a year or so ago, and I didn't even recognize her. She's really shot up, and like I said, it's all kind of coming together for her. So we're excited. We think that she's got a chance to be really good. And like I said, there's just several in that freshman class that at one time or another may get a chance to play with us a little bit.
Yeah, I know when you and I had conversations the last couple years, and you were talking about, because you always bring some freshmen along on that varsity, but you always remind me that those players played middle school basketball last year, and now they're playing at a varsity level, playing against 12, 11, and 10th grade players, which the age difference is huge, and the game is much, much quicker. And yet, the one thing about middle school kids coming in their freshman year, sometimes a middle school player may take off a play or two during a ball game. When you get on the varsity level, you can't do that, especially with the schedule we play. You got to bring, like you said, bring it every night. Absolutely.
Yeah, the biggest difference, middle school, you're, playing Carmel Middle School, or playing, we play East versus West, and, at the high school level, you're playing against, you go to Martinsville and their kid is going to Purdue. You go to Heritage Christian and they've got a kid going to Notre Dame. That's a big difference between getting up for an 8th grade good kid versus a junior or senior who is being recruited by everybody in the country. And and that's not just one kid. They're surrounded by talent that, like I said, you got to come ready. And if you take a possession off, bad things happen to you. So that's something they're learning and figuring out. And even if you play AAU, a lot of kids think, well, I played against older kids in AAU. It's still different. Like I said, high school level, they prepare. The coaches are preparing for every single opponent, and the defensive intensity is so much different. So they're figuring it out. I like this group of 8th graders or freshmen now. Like I said, they're starting to really understand. Just the difference from yesterday to today was 100% better in just how they approached drills and did some things.
Well, Coach, you just started practice yesterday, but you got a scrimmage coming up here pretty quick. So
we do, yeah. Ben Davis next Thursday.
So that'll be good, and then we kick off the season. November 3rd, is it?
I think so. I'm worried about tomorrow,
yeah,
but
right.
I believe that's November 3rd, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's here and it's now, and we're certainly very excited to broadcast on Hamilton County TV. Many of the Noblesville Lady Millers, we as you know, Craig and I truly enjoy girls basketball, and Sometimes we have even been accused of being homers, but it's probably a little bit of truth to that. But we enjoy spending time with the girls and spending time with their coaching staff. By the way, any new coaches, or you want to give a plug for some of those hardworking coaches that you have that have been with you?
Oh gosh, I have a great staff. I have Kelsey Bryant as a varsity assistant. She's back for her second year, and Kelsey actually played for me at Greenfield Central back in the day. And I have Amy, it's now Myers, she just got married over the summer, and Amy's been with me now for 3 years, and she does a great job as well. They're both outstanding assistants and work really hard. I have Kyle Reinhard, who is my new JV coach, and Kyle has worked through the Norwell program, and that's an awesome program up there. I've known their coach for a long time, and Eric, like I said, highly recommended Kyle. So we're excited to have him as our JV coach, and then Chris Sexton will be helping him out this year. Chris has been with me for a long time, but his job's kind of been crazy this year, so he's going to be in a volunteer role. And then we have the Bastons that Brad and Susie are coaching the freshman team. They've been with me for a while now as well. So like I said, everybody's back, and Kyle is our only new one.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds exciting, and we're excited to get started here. And I wanted to get over here and, interview you and talk a little about this year's team. I plan on doing more of this season, maybe every week or two that we'll do a show, and we'll get some of the players involved.
Careful what you ask for.
I know. But see, I realize that after living through Caitlin and
that's true.
And Alexa, I can probably just about handle anything.
You can handle anything, absolutely.
Because they had to have headphones because they thought that was pretty cool and interview that way. So, but I know that Brooke learned well from that crew. So
absolutely.
She'll bring her A game, I'm sure.
Sam will take over. I'm telling you, Sam is this quiet-looking kid, but you give her the mic and
she'll do a good job.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Coach, and good luck for this season.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.